One of the problems is with digital, there are so many things that you could do. Sometimes it's quite difficult to work out what you should do. And so what we wanted to try and do today really was to kind of point people in the direction of some things that actually are not really that complicated or difficult to do, but that actually might give a huge amount of extra value, both to their existing subscribers and potentially open up new audiences. If you look at the majority of publishers, whether that's B2B or B2C, what people are looking for is help and assistance to understand something they're going to buy, or a holiday that they're going to go on, or you know, on the business side, you know, maybe a big project they're going to get involved in. So I think it's the kind of trust in the editorial knowledge that when you read it and it's been written by somebody that you trust, that you can kind of act on that without having to do a huge amount of research. And I think, you know, everybody's becoming more and more time poor now, so that's becoming an increasingly important value, really. So there's a huge amount of archive material that would be of value, but if you kind of look at museums, you know, they put all the big exciting stuff out the front and they curate that, and I think the publishers do that really well. But the museums would never let you into their archives and let you into their back rooms and just wander around. And I think that that's what we do as publishers really a lot of the time with our kind of archive content, is you can kind of go and look at it and list it in listing pages format. But I think, you know, there's more people are researching and doing project work. There's more that they could be helped with, and the editorial process could kind of curate that. So I think it's partly curating your own content better, but also being able to look at other people's content as well. The process of creating content involves a huge amount of additional knowledge and expertise. And so, you know, we've got a couple of examples where editorial teams, as they're writing content and as they're researching content, they're also collecting metadata and information about the marketplace or projects that are going on, and collating that in a structured and sensible way, which doesn't mean a huge amount of extra editorial effort, but actually means that they're able to create tools that have got value to their existing users, but also potentially a whole new audience of users that perhaps are not even you know, a kind of target for the normal subscription process. There's also a huge amount of data that is collected as part of the user's experience on the site, and I think not for everybody, but there's definitely some opportunities around being able to use that information in a more organised way in order to help advertisers or commentators, or again other audiences that are probably not part of the core audience, understand what it is the users are doing. So I think there's two sides to the data piece, but they both require a level of knowledge and expertise around the subject area to be able to make sense of those, rather than just giving people raw data. The big thing about doing it simply is making sure that it's connected together and that it's joined up. And so with magazine publishing, especially with subscription-based magazine publishing, really what you're doing is you're servicing the most important audience, so the audience that is either prepared to pay for it or that you're prepared to give the subscription to for free or for a reduced price. And I think as soon as you put any of that content online, what you're potentially opening up is a much more cost-effective channel where you can nurture relationships with people that initially may not even know who you are, but then may get to know you, may sign up for your email newsletters, and eventually may become subscribers. So I think if you're not doing that, and if you're not thinking about all of the digital work that you're doing in a joined up way, then you're missing out on potential opportunities.